A coworker of mine was adopted by a family in Mississippi. She was from another country. And she said when her mother was in the grocery store and saw one of her friends, she said, "Oh my goodness, she is just gorgeous." But Mary Margaret, I just want to know, how you going to understand her when she starts talking? Well, that may be a no-brainer for you. But the fact is, it is a miracle, however we speak, how the brain processes the sounds, the environment that we're in, that help to pick up the cadence by which we speak, as well as the dialect. But have you ever thought about what is the cadence of my soul? Hello, everyone. I'm Pamela Marshall. Welcome to another edition of Chat with Pamela. This notion of the cadence of our souls is much like language. If you speak English, you may speak a different sounding English if you're from the North, from the South, from the Midwest. And even in those areas, there are different dialects. But how did we get that? Well, just as we pick up language in a way that is very mysterious to man, to scientists, to researchers, it's very mysterious. Our souls have a cadence as well. And we have picked up so much that we don't even think about how much we have picked up in who we are and how we feel and what seems to be the norm. You see, the cadence of our souls is deeply influenced by the space that we're in and the company that you keep. I used to go to a hair salon, and the ladies, of course, would be talking, and one of the siblings, it was a set of siblings who owned the beauty shop, and one said to the other, "I went and got such and such, and I hid it because I didn't want my husband to beat my A." And she's doing my hair, and I'm going, and everybody just laughed. And I thought, whoa, this sounds like domestic violence is an accepted norm on the ears of these ladies in here. That was my last time going to that shop. Because even in my early 20s, I didn't want that to be something that felt normal, that was something that people laughed about. You can determine, if you pay attention to the things that you do, pay real close attention, you may elevate your voice a certain way when somebody asks you a common question, just a question. And if you think about it, somebody in your space did the same thing and you're picking that up. When my coworker, whose son was only 8 years old, came to work with him, and he walked like his mother did. His mother was blind, but he had perfect visual abilities. But his cadence, the way he carried himself like a blind person. That's what happens in our souls and in our spirits, and we don't even think about it. I also really, really encourage you to be conscientious about what you are watching on television or in movies or what you're listening to, because your soul is picking up the cadence of that as well. I encourage you to think about the people that are in your space. Birds of a feather really do flock together. And in the wild kingdom, you never see an elephant running with giraffes. It's too dangerous. The cadence of our souls will determine how we interact with others, how we even perceive ourselves. Because had I continued to be in the space with the ladies who chuckled and who made it a joke that domestic violence was happening in her relationship and maybe some others, do you not understand that that could have become a norm for my psyche as well? Whatever it is that you've identified in your life that you want to change, then I am going to ask you to take some quiet time with you just to understand how and why am I acting? Why am I accepting certain behaviors? Is it because it has become a part of the cadence of my soul, the rhythm of my soul? We have an opportunity to change that. When we think about these things that impact the cadence of our souls, ask yourself this question. Is this activity, is this behavior bringing me down a path, pulling me away from my gift of peace? If the answer is yes, then I'm going to invite you to take a pause and put in your spiritual GPS, peace, and then be around those things that will help light your path and guide you back to the place of peace. The cadence of your soul. We don't think about it, but it is the essence of who we are. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Pamela Marshall, the author of The Art of Forgiveness. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and share this video so that we can become more aware of what are the disruptors to us living a peaceful, loving, and harmonious life. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.